Hi, we are from KPTM student and we are from Islamic Banking and Financing courses. Let me introduce you all to my Gruop teammates. It's me, Iznatul Nadia, Medimo Ibrahim, and with Umul Uzma, Muhammad Zahir Fikri, and Nurul Fazli. So, in my core subject, which is Islamic product and service, there is a coursework on financial products and service. So we from Group 3 will make a presentation on the title of the coursework by choosing two banks, namely OCBC Bank and Standard Chartered Bank. So let's get started.
Background of the company. Standard Chartered. This bank is a international bank group, also a British multinational company, which is headquartered in London, England. The previous name of this bank was Standard Chartered and later changed to Standard Chartered from the merger of two banks. Standard Chartered was founded of Chartered Bank of India, Australia, and Chinese 29 December 167 years ago. Mission, vision, objective. Mission to create value for our client, investor, and staff, market leadership in provide investor innovative, compliant product and solution by adopting and living our core values. Vision. We have a key to play in stimulating economy and social the service we provide and by a force good type of industry and product type. Next, home loan. This bank home loan is a lower rate start from 7.99% onward. Standard Chartered Bank home loan given many features and benefits, a long repayment of 20 years. Next, fixed deposit. Fixed deposit bank offer different type of fixed deposit to customer, rates of interest. Standard Chartered provide customer will option in fixed deposit for short term and will long term investment.
OCBC or Overseas Chinese Banking Corporation Limited is a Singaporean multinational banking and financial service corporation which is headquartered in OCBC Centre Raffles Place, Singapore. This bank was founded on 31st October 1932, 88 years ago, and established in 2008 to strengthen the bank effort in Islamic banking. This bank served the whole Asia Pacific area, and Oi Sang Kwang as their chairman and Helen Wong as their CEO. Mission and vision of OCBC. Mission: a public document that details the value and strategic aims of OCBC Bank, also identifies the purpose of the organization existence, highlighting the service and the products it offers. Further, the mission statement also identifies the organization operational goals for OCBC Bank, the processes the company uses to achieve those, the target customers group and the region where the company operates. Their vision. Its strategic plan for the future. It's defined what and where OCBC Bank Company wants to be in the future. The vision statement for OCBC Bank is a document identifying the goals of OCBC Bank to facilitate its strategic managerial as well as general decision-making processes. Their products. Takaful. These products divided into 4 kinds of subunits such as Supreme I, One Plan I, Group Credit Family Takaful, Mortgage Reducing Term Takaful. As for Supreme I is a limited pay universal takaful plan that's provided payment, GCP, and guaranteed maturity benefit with 2 contribution payment terms option, also protection against death or total, and permanent disability, TPD, for peace of mind protection. The next product is Business Banking I, Financings. There's a 6 subunit of this product, which is Term Financing I, Business Cash I, Ijara Cash Line Facility I, Revolving Credit I, Equipment Financing, and lastly Trade Financing I. A term financing based on the Sharia structure of commodity murabahah tawaruk that consists of 2 sell and purchase contract. The first involves selling of commodity by bank to customers on deferred basis, and subsequently the customer sells the same commodity to third party on cash basis. There is also have a few types of assets like residential properties, commercial properties, industrial properties, and business assets.
Now let's begin. So let's start with the hire purchase. Hire purchase is an arrangement for buying expensive consumer goods where the buyer makes an initial down payment and pays the balance plus interest in installments. However, there can be a difference between the two with some installment plans. The buyer gets the ownership rights as soon as the contract is signed with the seller. With hire purchase agreements, the ownership of the buyer until all the payments have been made. Hire purchase agreements are similar to rent-to-own transactions that give the lease the option to buy at any time during the agreement, such as rent-to-own cars. So first, as you can see, the Standard Chartered Bank, they have a name, start with the name of the service. They have not available, types of the service, not available, features, strength, and limitation are not available. OCBC Bank, names of the service, they have equipment financing, types of the service, industrial hire purchase I. Features, they have a fixed monthly installment, no extra charge for repayment by standing instruction. Third is convenience of making your payments and accessing your OCBC Al-Amin Bank account at any OCBC Al-Amin, OCBC branch, through ATM and Giro. Strength of the service, they have the Sharia concept of all Al-Ijara Tuma Al-Ba'i, which means hire or lease ending with ownership transfer. The bank purchases the asset required and hire it to the customer for a fixed period as agreed by both parties. Limitation of the service, they have the maximum permissible laden weight exceeds 2,540 kilograms for business use, and proposed permissible under Sharia. Okay, next is a leasing. A lease is al-ijara in Islamic finance, does lead to purchase or rent and acquisition, and usually refers to a leasing contract of property such as land, plant, office, automation, a motor vehicle, which is released to a client for stream or rental and purchase payment, ending with a transfer of ownership to the lease and otherwise follows Islamic regulations. So, in Standard Chartered, name of the service is Sadiq My Home 1I. Types of service, home financing. Features is Sharia concept, musyarakah. Attractive returns. Financial flexibility. No notice or additional documents required. For strength of the service is based on the Islamic principle. Strength of the service insured by PIDM, PDS Islamic Residential Property Financing. Limitation is will be able to reduce financing tenure from 30 years to 26.70 years. Next is profit sharing ratio of 1 to 99. For OCBC Bank, names of the service is Manarat Home I. Types of the service, they have Idaman I, the home financing plan that's designed with your career in mind and perfect for home first home. And Impian I, easy and perfect home financing solution those who simply want to get more out of their property. Features, they have relevant products, Manarat Home I, My First Home Scheme, relevant products, Manarat Home I. Strengths of this service, they have a competitive rate, pitch to best rate BR, 100% stamp duty waived for refinancing from conventional housing loan to Manarat Home I, in accordance with relevant stamp duty remissions order. For the limitation of service, they have a maximum 35 years or up to age 17, whichever is early, daily rest calculations, and payment period up to 35 years or age 17, whichever is early, and last daily rest calculation.
Assalamualaikum and hi guys, my name is Usma. I will continue the three part of specialized financial service. First is a promissory note. A promissory note is a written promise that one party will pay the other party by a specific time. As long as it assigns by both parties, a promissory note can be as simple as jotting down some words on paper. Promissory notes are different from contracts in that context spell out all the terms of a legal agreement, while promissory notes only cover when, how, and how much someone is paid. Promissory notes are frequently used for different kinds of loans like a mortgage or an auto loan, while the contract between borrower and lender will state the service offered in exchange for meeting your obligation. A lender may introduce promissory notes in court if they sue you for a debt you owe to them. Okay, for the Standard Chartered Bank does not offer for a promissory note, and OCBC Al-Amin Bank also does not offer for service a promissory note. Okay, second, we go to a demand draft. A demand draft is a method used by an individual to make a transfer payment from one bank account to another. Demand draft differ from regular normal checks in that they do not require signatures to be cashed. In 2005, Due to the increasing fraudulent use of the demand draft, the Federal Reserve proposed new regulation increasing a victim's right to claim a refund and holding banks more accountable for cashing fraudulent checks. When a bank prepares a demand draft, the amount of the draft is taken from the account and the customer requesting the draft and is transferred to an account at another bank. The Standard Chartered Bank provides a demand draft for customer. This service does not have a name but the types of the service as an instrument bank. Then, the features of the service is have a financing period and have a date of notice. This service not available for stranger and limitation. The OCBC Al-Amin Bank have offered the service under a demand draft. The name of service is remontage that have three types of service. First is purchase of foreign demand draft, and the features of the service are commission for draft value more than 5,000 and commission for draft value under less than 5,000. It's not available for stranger and limitation. Last is trust receipt. A trust receipt is a notice of the release of merchandise to a buyer from a bank, with the bank retaining the ownership title of the released assets. In an agreement involving a trust receipt, the bank remains the owner of the merchandise, but the buyer is allowed to hold the merchandise in trust for the bank for manufacturing or sale purpose. A trust receipt is financial document attendant to buy a bank and a business that has received delivery of goods but cannot pay for the purchase until after the inventory is sold. In most cases, the company's cash flow and working capital may be tied up in another projects and business operation. The Standard Chartered Bank have provided the service under a trust receipt. The name of the service is Working Capital Financial and the types of the service is Business Finance. The features of the service are short period, self-liquidating, and financing relates to assets. We have two ranges of the service which is available under BA facility and requires overdraft facility. The limitation is tenure 30 until 180 days. For OCBC Al-Amin Bank, the name of the service is Fund Business. Types of the service is business banking. There have four features. First is take delivery of goods before payment. Second, financing for your purchases. Third, financing for full to amount. And the last one is interest payable on maturity. This range of service is trade finance operation and it is not available for limitation.
Number 4. Comparison between both bank. Comparison between both bank is OCBC Al-Amin and Standard Chartered. Advantage of OCBC Al-Amin is no charge compound or profit and loan and finishing of the matters. Second, no profit is payable in respect of matters. Next, the benefits bank Standard Chartered is the first international bank to introduce Islamic banking. Lastly, Standard Chartered Bank have the lowering to 2.27% to 5.45% following the recaution.
Number 5, we go to improvement of service between the Standard Chartered Bank and the OCBC Al-Amin Bank. First, Standard Chartered Bank need to diversify the types of service other than business service. For example, the Standard Chartered Bank have created banker accepted for a car loan. Okay, number 2, OCBC Bank. The OCBC Bank must set a limit for business banking at least for 6 months or 180 days. Okay, next is suggestion. My group has given suggestion to improve the both of bank. So, the first suggestion is Standard Chartered Bank needs to create higher purchase service in Islamic product to make it easier for customer to rinse and make a financing for car. Then, the second suggestion is OCBC Al-Amin Bank and Standard Chartered Bank need to establish a promissory note service in order to avoid the occurrence of sudden cancellation of contract. This can reduce the risk to the bank.
Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me.